that's not just asking that question to your employees, but also to yourself. And the reason why you have to ask it to yourself as a leader is innovation requires commitment. Innovation requires financial commitment. Innovation requires time commitment. Innovation requires commitment over a long period of time, because innovation does not happen overnight. And one of the reasons that most people fail to continuously innovate is they either lack or they stop having the commitment to continuous innovation. And when it comes to innovation, it requires us to, in some sense, as a leader, be a superhero. Not to drive innovation all by ourselves, but to empower and protect the people that are really making the key advances happen. And it also requires people to survive, some flesh wounds along the way. There's always going to be barriers, there's always going to be obstacles, and you have to keep fighting. And in order for people to enroll in your army and to help you go forth and innovate, you have to have a common language of innovation. And that requires, number one, that you keep it simple, and keeping it in terms that people can have in the back of their mind. If people have to carry around a whole piece of paper just to remember what innovation is in your company, then you're going to fail. The key is to distill it down to key motivating principles that people can remember, and a key simple definition that they can keep in the back of their mind, that they may not be able to remember verbatim, but that they know exactly the types of innovation that you're looking for, how you define it, what your target is, and how you talk about it, and that you talk about it in those terms everywhere that you talk with your employees, whether it's on your website or in your email communications or all these things, that you're constantly reinforcing the language that you've created, and that you've sat down and had those conversations to try to hone in the types of innovation that you're really interested in and that you think will be valuable for your organization. Geoffrey Moore, the author of Dealing with Darwin, had this famous chart that he came up with, which are 13 different types of innovation. Other people talk about lots of different types of innovation, and is this innovation or is this not innovation? Well, is this kind of innovation or is that kind of innovation? But really, most people talk about two types of innovation: incremental innovation and disruptive innovation. So incremental innovation might be doing something like coming up with Cherry Coke, a new type of flavor profile that never existed before. But where disruptive innovation is, changing the whole way that people think about beverages and creating a whole new category potentially that didn't exist before. And if you think about disruptive innovations, or you think about innovation in general, just because you spend a lot of money doesn't mean you're going to get a lot of innovation, or just because you spend a lot of money on customer research doesn't mean that you are going to have the eyes to see the insights that are necessary to drive innovation. So if you think about the bottled water industry, did Coke or Pepsi come up with the bottled water industry? No. Did they come up with the energy drink industry? No. They probably spent more time with customers trying to uncover what customers wanted and customers needed than any other companies in the beverage industry on the planet, but yet they missed the bottled water industry and they missed the energy drink industry and had to catch up and acquire people, or start from scratch to try to get back into the game.